Okay, hi there all. Time for me to comment on your comments. So we're going to start with this one from Patricia at 1 minute to 9. It says, here's another, there's an American, an Englishman and an Arab talking to each other. Talking to a very lovely lady. Stupefied by her beauty, they remain tongue-tied. This, however, is what they manage to say. The Arab says, "By Allah." The Englishman, "By Jove." And the American, "By tomorrow night." Okay, that's a good one, you see. Well done. I love it, P. Thank you. And, okay, Azam, great to have you, Azam. Thank you for watching. And let's see. Mohammed, thank you for correction of my weak English. And VG says, your English is not weak, it's just a work in progress. Absolutely. Mohammed, clearly that you are watching my videos, that you're working on it, it's not weak. I normally find that students say my English is no good are the people who actually speak quite a lot of English. And those who say my English is brilliant, I'm normally more suspect. Could a written statement be considered terse? Yeah, a written statement could be considered terse, very definitely. Have you ever sent a one-word "what's up" as an answer? That might be very terse, definitely live. Okay, especially when more is expected, yeah? And it's a bit bad-tempered as well. So, Mr. Music Man, what are the differences? Disloyal, unfaithful, treacherous, traitorous, false, perfidious, and insincere. So let's see. If somebody's disloyal, yeah, they have a debt of trust to a person, yeah, and I think disloyal, this is quite strong. I think it's stronger than being unfaithful. Yeah, although I can see many circumstances where disloyal and unfaithful are interchangeable. Yeah, let's see, disloyal, lack of loyalty. Yeah, and the other, unfaithful, lack of faith. Yeah, I think the first one, you're not following your leader properly, and then unfaithful. I'm thinking particularly an unfaithful husband or an unfaithful wife, and this is clearly disloyal. Somebody that's treacherous is somebody that is plotting against people. Maybe somebody that's treacherous, they don't have the obligation to be loyal. If you're treacherous, maybe you could be plotting against everybody. If somebody's treacherous, you can't trust them. Although somebody who's disloyal or unfaithful could also be treacherous. So this, I think, has a wider scope, a wider coverage. Traitorous. Okay, a traitor, somebody who it betrays the status quo, somebody who does something to help the enemies of someone. I think particularly from a position of trust. So I think disloyal and unfaithful, you do something that hurts a person maybe mentally. Traitorous maybe is going to the police and saying he did it, yeah, or giving information to your country's enemies. False, if somebody is false, they are saying things that are not true. They're pretending that they think one thing, whereas actually they think another. Yeah, so this is not saying what you think. perfidious. Perfidious is somebody who's untrustworthy. Yeah. But if you're perfidious, maybe you don't have any reason to be loyal or faithful. Yeah. Let's see, perfidious Albion. As far as I'm concerned, the British don't owe any uh, loyalty to the other nations, although very often perfidious is being tricky, is playing tricks, is going back on treaties and things like that. Yeah. So perfidious, untrustworthy, and insincere. If somebody's insincere, they're saying one thing, but it's not true. They're not telling the truth. They're not telling things as they really are. Very similar to false. Yeah. Okay. I hope that helped you, Mohammed. And so perfidious, absolute, full, utter, free, ultimate, repudiated. So absolute is an extreme. Yeah. Absolute zero is you can't get any further. Absolute says something is at the extreme. Yeah. The most of the most. Or the least of the least. This is absolute rubbish, total, complete. And the same with utter, although we use utter more as a modifier for adjectives. This is utterly impossible. This is utter rubbish. So I think absolute has more meanings, whereas utter, we're using it to say at the far end of the extreme of this adjective. Her utter beauty, complete and total, can't be more. Yeah. Full. So full of, well, the idea that you can't put any more inside. You have my full approval. Yeah, you have my absolute approval. You have my utter approval. So in this case, the same. Again, you can't put any more. You can't put any more inside it. Free. Free approval. Or let's see. I'll give you free range. Yeah, I think free says there are no restrictions. Yeah. You have a free hand to do what you want. You are free to decide. Yeah. So I guess in a way free is an absolute permission. Yeah. But we use it slightly differently, as in free choice. You can do what you want. It's saying lack of restrictions. Yeah. Whereas the absolute and utter, complete, total. Full won't go any higher. Ultimate. So ultimate is the last or the latest in a group. So it's the highest. Yeah. This is the ultimate insult, the top insult, the highest of the high. But let's see, ultimate as opposed to absolute. I think this is the ultimate today, but the ultimate tomorrow may be even more. This is the last book. This is the ultimate book, and they're not going to be any more. Yeah. And repudiated. Well, this one's different. To repudiate means to turn your back on something. So his religion repudiates alcohol. Yeah, is to refuse to make look like it's make something look like it's evil. So I hope that's helped you, Mohammed. And Mohammed, perfidious song, I shall listen. Thank you. Thank you for the ones the other day as well. And very special Egyptian classic music, 60 years old. Thank you. I'm quite fond of the older music. Yeah. And banter. Noun, banter, joke, fun, lark, jest, playfulness. Joke, prank, romp, jest, banter, waggery. Flirtation, dalliance. Practical joke, jest, banter, pleasantry. Verb, joke, tease, jest with, fool around with, banter. Okay, joke, fun, kid, frolic, make fun of, banter. So thank you, Mohammed. So, hi Billy Abdi. And bankers are often perceived as fastidious with an A, and their outstanding business promotion model is hideously fraught with danger. Oh, I like this, hideously fraught with danger. Good English, Billy, thank you. So, okay, I said, what did I say at 48 seconds? Badinage. This is a posh word for banter. It's not a very common one. Let us banter. Okay, I shall look at it later. Thank you, Mohammed. And can I use deter and impede interchangeably? That's a good question. Let's see, deter has more the idea of something that puts somebody off, yeah, or something that makes it more difficult. I think so there was barbed wire to deter. Deter has the idea of changing somebody's mind. Something, ooh, I don't like that, so I'm going to change my mind. Whereas impede just says to make it more difficult, yeah, to make it slower. So, yeah, lack of funding impeded the project. But I'm not sure I would use deterred. There was no funding available, and it deterred us from starting the project. While the project was underway, there wasn't enough money, and this impeded, slowed down. So I think to deter is to try to stop somebody from doing something before they do it. To impede has the idea of it slowing them down while they're doing it. So, hi, Slow Sunset. I didn't say hi. Thank you for more music, Mr. Music. And, I love you, my teacher, since 11 years ago. Okay, thank you. I got my stuff done. Yeah. And P, great to hear you. So, barbershop joke. Was the bloke having an affair with the barber's wife? I feel like a right wally. I never get all the jokes. It's silly having to ask for an explanation. People will think I don't want to laugh. In any case, I cannot say I feel like a wally. I'm a girl. No, definitely, you can definitely use Wally for a girl. It doesn't matter. Yes, that's the idea. He's having an affair with the barber's wife. Notice, P, many of these jokes are not very funny. Many of them are kids' jokes, yeah? Or maybe a little bit more teenagers' jokes. Feel like a willy, a wally, a wally. You can be a wally. Could you be a willy as well? No, that would be more difficult. And Mohammed Omar, thank you, sir. And more music. I shall listen to it later. And Danny Dollars. Okay, you've been listening to Perfidious. Thank you. Okay, P. So, 1:45. I think I got this one. Are we dealing with deviant behaviour here? I'm not making any moral judgment, though. I just didn't find it so hilarious. Was it really meant to be a joke? Yeah, it's meant to be a joke, and you'll find some people laugh at these things. But as I said, humour is very personal. Yeah? Either it tickles your funny bone, as they say, or it doesn't. If it doesn't tickle your funny bone, there's no way you're going to be able to really laugh at something that you don't find funny. And P, frankly, Alex, this is a silly little schoolboy joke, but maybe because I'm not good at maths. Frankly, I don't like the subject. Okay, fair dues. And okay, I say when the food is cooked. I give up. What's so funny about this one? I think this is the one where the guy says, the blokes are talking, and one of them says, well, at home I cook what I want, I eat what I want, I get up when I want. And one of his friends says, how long have you been married? And he says, I'm single. And what was supposed to be funny here is it's saying that he doesn't have a wife to tell him, you can't do this, you must do that. That's the idea. Not so funny, but still. And hatch. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Good example, Mohammed Al-Bunaga. And static. Hi, static. The once honourable and trustworthy person of short stature became a perfidious creature, easily corrupted by a shiny object. Can anyone guess this creature? Can anyone guess who this creature is that I'm referring to? I was careful to phrase it in a way to avoid using its own jargon that would give it away. It's a riddle. So, I think it's very definitely Gollum. Yeah? Although when I first saw it, I thought, person of short stature, maybe old Adolf, but no, this is definitely Gollum with his lovely. Very good, Static. I love it. Thank you. So, to blunder about, to meander. Yeah, but I think, let's see, to blunder about means you're clumsy. To meander just means to go here and there in a more relaxed way. And Muhammad al-Bunaga, impetus and impetuous are so different. I quite agree. Impetus, push forwards. Impetuous, acting too hastily. And AZ Gaming, hi AZ. More of these, please. Thanks a lot. I would guess there are probably about 100 of these in the channel. Watch the playlist that it's on. It's a huge playlist. I've got another one in the pipeline. Okay, and the Empire. Impedimenta. Do not do your impediment here. So do not put your impediment here. Hi Zubair. Hi Zubair in the wonderful country of Bangladesh. Okay, and P. So, hi Alex. 1. What is the purpose of the live stream? This is not a leading question. Okay, the purpose of the live stream is to increase people's vocabulary, to get a feel of how many words are used naturally, to entertain people, to help them with structures and words, and just to communicate with people. I'm glad you like the black and blue and white colour scheme because nobody else seems to have noticed it. It's very striking. To tell you the truth, I quite like it too. Now I'd better stop thinking colour patterns or shapes because it derails my sleep compass or schedule or whatever you fancy calling it. Notice, derail. You use the word derail. Maybe that's part of the purpose of the live stream, is activating people's vocabulary as well. Okay, yes, here we've got this colour scheme with little bits of brown in it as well. So, Monsieur le Professeur, dear teacher Alexandre, Sir Henry, thank you. I must be inducing insomnia. Okay, and bonjour, hi dear teacher. Wow, I hope you get back to sleep. That's a horrible time to be awake. I think I was awake at about that time as well. Swoon. Good morning, Alex. Wow, it's still the middle of the night. I'm looking at this red thing with the shape is quite good because you've taken out the black. I quite like this purple colour in the previous one as well. So, my sleep has been shredded by sounds of colour and snippets of shape. I feel a perfect Wally in a kerfuffle. Good English, I like this. A perfect Wally in a kerfuffle. I love it. And there isn't a shred. Good, it's been shredded. You're using this word shred. There isn't a shred of balance in my sleep schedule, and I feel a perfect Wally without a Willy on the wane who has a holier-than-thou mindset, and I'm supposed to be waxing lyric over it. I would probably say waxing lyrically. Yeah, because we're using this as a verb, so you need an adverb. Okay, I like, yeah, holier than thou. I love that phrase. And Sherwin, great to see you. Hope things are fine, Sherwin. And the rebel pirates had a perfidious reputation for their hewn-off society that the ruling royals despised. Yes, their society was completely cut off, hewn off from the society of others. They even had their own ports and places like that. And Sherwin again. Technology companies are aggressively perfidious about keeping long-term employees to scramble information into pieces. Okay, to keep their secret secret, or their dirty laundry secret. Don Seneca. So, great. I'm glad you watched Cinch, Don. Thank you very much. A pleasure, VG. And Fluke Dogwalker. Hi, Fluke. I thought impedimenta was the boyfriend's reasoning skills. It could be, I guess. So, Mr. Lobo, I stumbled on your great English channel. Thanks for coming. Okay, yes, and it's a good use of this phrasal verb. My English is not the greatest in the world. Well, if you're watching my videos, it can't be that bad, Mr. Lobo. And Patricia, good morning, Alexander. Hélène Grimaud, Mozart Adagio, Deutsche Grammophon R. Okay, thank you. I gave it a little, Hélène Grimaud, a little listen the other day, but I didn't have a lot of time. I will listen to this one specifically. And Giliola. Hi, Giliola. Great to have you. I have no idea why a person can be or become perfidious. The reasons can be so innumerable. I just hope to meet as few as possible. Excellent word, thank you. Okay, that's really good English. Yeah, well said. I quite agree with you. It's good to avoid perfidious people. Okay, hi Salam Hali. I like your way of explaining. I'm struggling to understand the word instinct. Please, I will be thankful if you can make a video about this word instinct. Okay, an instinct is how you naturally feel, how you naturally behave without thinking about it or without learning. Instinct can be a skill of reasoning for you to decide what is right without thinking about it, or without learning or using logic. So something that's instinctual is something that comes from within you and you don't think about it. It's just automatic. Okay, instinct. I need to write it down, because I haven't got a video about it. I checked it before. Espouse, profess. Very definitely, Emma. Hi, Emma. Great to have you. And Emma, being a Russian citizen, I've never espoused the idea of solving conflict with other countries by dint of military invention. I really like this by dint of. That's very good English and good with the espoused. Thank you very much for saying that, Emma. So, Zumotu. Hi, Zumotu. Great name. I learned a lot in your videos. Thank you. Thanks. Glad to hear it. That's great as well. And 7:03. This is a more reasonable time for you to be awake. Drivel, rubbish, balderdash. Okay, now you're getting it. You're getting into dark greys. I think you're trying to emulate this Kremlin colour, which I'm very fond of, by the way. And Emma, I never swoon at celebrities. I do swoon at smart dogs and cats, though. I also swoon over the stunning beauty of nature. I swoon even more at the Creator. Great English, Emma. Love it. And, okay, AK. The politician who is accused of ducking and dodging important issues circumlocuted his opinion on the current genocide of minorities. This is very good. And Manji says, I love your alliterations. I think they're very good. Ducking and dodging. You could have said ducking, dodging and diving, because very often we use ducking to duck and dive. Yeah, that was really good. Yes, that's great. And AK says thank you. Great use of the word AK. Yes, AA. You're going to be AA and he's going to be AK. It's wonderful to have you all. Thank you. And JMV always. Would you make a video on chain reaction? Chain reaction. Okay, a chain reaction is like the set of dominoes where one thing hits another and causes another and causes another and causes another. A nuclear explosion is a chain reaction. Yeah, it's a series of things that happen in a row. Okay, I've got it down there, JMV. And Emma Campbell. I do want to ingratiate myself with God. Okay, I love it. Yeah, he would be a good person to ingratiate yourself with. Okay, I love it. Good use of ingratiate. And all dogs, I would probably say all the dogs in my neighbourhood are trying to ingratiate themselves with me. I guess that's because you know you give them something to eat. And P, lovely to see you. She had never been present for them except when she wished to obtain something. She would disclose little or nothing about herself or her past. When they expressed a desire to confide in her, she would adamantly refuse to lend a sympathetic ear, considering everything they said drivel. That's very good. Try the collocation pure drivel. We use that quite often. That's good work, Patricia. And Raja. Hi, Raja. Circumlocution, verbose speech, or to prevaricate, or the opposite of laconic. Very good. The book could have been half as long as it is now and still conveyed the same information if the author didn't use a circumlocutory style. Very good example. I love it. And so Emma. Hi Emma. The Delta variant has morphed into a micron. Absolutely. I was listening to an audio book last night. But I couldn't sleep. And the word morphed, I heard the author use it a dozen times as a substitute for change into. Yeah, day morphed into night. Night morphed into day. Yeah. The lovely weather morphed into rain. Okay, hi P. And they had thwarted all her plans. She had been abandoned by everyone, betrayed by those she considered her friends, her closest ally. Perforce, she knew of no other option than to leave the country. She was, as she always had been, a fugitive, a shadow in exile. Oh, I love that writing. I love that paragraph. It's a really nice one. And you've used the word perforce as well. Lovely. Good work, B. Emma. Hi Emma. With your videos we're surely and steadily morphing from mediocre English speakers to proficient users. That's the idea. And perforce. Okay, this one's absolutely black and white. Yeah? Looks like this pair of traditional Van shoes. Yeah, very definitely black and white. Well, there's some greys in it as well. I like the colour scheme of this one. Okay, and this one with a couple of strident reds. Yeah, this is a nice colour scheme as well. Yeah. Okay, so black, brown, grey, red and white. Just the tiniest bit of white. Thank you, P. Marty Bird. So the Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. Marty Bird is a perfidious character from the programme Ozark. Yeah, I watched a bit of that Ozark series, but I couldn't really get into it. So, Nabil. Hi, Nabil. Thank you for your help. It is really heavily loaded with benefit capsule. So, it's a capsule. Really, it really is a capsule heavily loaded with benefit. It really is a capsule heavily loaded with benefit. Thank you, Nabil. And Manji, the lovely Manji. If only he would stop the circumlocution and get to the point while proposing to, the lady in question. Uh, they would have been married by now. Okay, so to propose somebody, Manji, I propose Manji for this job, but to propose to, asking if somebody will marry you. AAA. So, hi AA. I can relate to this example since a lot of men feel insecure when proposing to their ladies. By the way, this sentence sounds lovely. Good work, Manjira. Yes, definitely. But Manji writes really well. Manji says, you're such a dear. And AA replies. Okay, and P. Circumlocution. She was beset by several misfortunes. They had robbed her of all her money. The circumlocution of the few men in her life led her to the inevitable. They found her body several days later. Strangely, there was a faint smile on the face, and she was dressed in blue. Woof, okay. I wonder what she'd done. Wow. I wonder what they did to her. Woof. A faint smile on her face and dressed in blue. That's very nice. Okay, and black, white, and red. So, as I think maybe the red of this circumlocution idea helped you as well. This one looks rather dark and dangerous, and this one as well, dark and dangerous. The brown gives a little bit more down to earth. Okay, Patricia. Some social workers have neither sensibility nor sensitivity, and most guys too. Yeah, I'm sorry, but as guys we don't have very good sensibility, and we're very often very insensitive. So give something the once over to have a quick look at. He looked at the pretty girl and gave her the once over. Then he thought twice, and alas, she was gone. Okay, that's very good. Ooh, I like this one. I like the way you use colour, but the different colours, how much intensity they've got. Yeah, for these, you see, this is a much softer reddish colour. Yeah, I'm quite fond of this purple as well. So reddish, black, and purple. I love it. And AA. Hi AA. The politician was inquired a question. So, inquire. I think normally inquire is intransitive, doesn't take an object. The politician was inquired a question. They inquired of the politician. They inquired. They inquired as to why the politician was. They inquired about. That's better. They inquired about why the politician, or they inquired about the politician taking bribes. Yeah, to inquire about something. They inquired about something. Yeah. They inquired, but no person. They inquired about the politician taking bribes, but he made the decision to circumlocute by delivering the most grandiloquent, great word, speech to mislead the public. Nevertheless, the journalists implied that there was no suspicion of truth in what he had said. Yeah, no suspicion of truth. I like this suspicion. I might say no hint of truth. That's good work, though. So, I inquired about the price. I inquired of the salesman about the price. What time is it? He inquired. Where is she? He inquired. I'm much happier with inquiring transitively like this. So, I really wish I could find out how to pronounce your name. Okay, hi there, great to have you. I certainly recognise you. I ought to enhance my vocabulary. I'm aware of the importance of vocabulary for learning a language. It is crucial for a beginner to understand the value of learning more words and phrases so that they can be absolutely comfortable. And if you're a beginner, then I'm afraid it will be hard for you to catch up with me, since I'm an old hand at learning words. That's a very nice piece of writing. Good words. Yeah, and you're playing with ought and how to use it. That's very good. Well done. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for watching. And okay, AAA says hi to everybody. And we've got VG joining in. And AAA replying. It's lovely to see all of you. Have a wonderful day, all of you. It's great to have you. And VG says thanks. My pleasure. When I need quick answers, people always come up with circumlocutions. That's lovely. Okay, so another one for me to listen to. Thank you, P. Bach Concerto for Oboe and Violin, the Netherlands Bach Society. I shall give it a listen. And VG, she came up with the circumlocution when she could have just said, you must keep the gate locked for your own safety. Yeah, good English. Well done, VG. Hi, Alexander. Great to have you, P. And his circumlocutory answer really annoyed me. Good English. Should learners of a language circumlocute to get their meanings across? No, they shouldn't. It's one of the things I've noticed. Learners particularly like to add extra words that are redundant, yeah, that are just not necessary. So, Nitu, hi Nitu, great to have you. He left no stone unturned in elucidating his viewpoints and ideas, but alas, his elucidation was riddled with circumlocution and ended up exasperating her. Good English, Nitu, lovely phrase, I love it, well done. And Manny, thank you for the great advice to read between the lines. I'll just stick to merely reading the lines at this point, though. Reading between the lines is really important, Manny, because particularly British people, they don't say directly what they think. You need to get the inference. You need to understand what they're saying, but not directly. Concerto for two violins in D, I guess in D minor, the Netherlands Bach Society. Oh, I quite like this colour here. This colour's quite good. Yeah, it's getting onto a dark turquoise. Turquoise is one of my fave colours. Okay, I don't like when people circumlocute. I prefer them to be direct. Okay, and this was me giving the answer to yesterday's poll about wither, when the answer was wither, very definitely. To wither on the vine. It's a collocation, it's an idiom, we use it quite often. Okay, and here we've got definitely more. Okay, and Ruben Mosquez. Hi Ruben, great to have you. When I heard the word Geist on the radio, is this related to poltergeist or zeitgeist? I would love to hear an etymology. I will look at it, but to me, Geist seems to be related directly to zeitgeist. Yeah, language is always moving on. I'm sure the Geist of the time. Yeah, I'm certain this Geist is related to zeitgeist. I will have a look at it. But zeitgeist is a German word, very definitely. And Dayaram Katerina. Hiya Dayaram. I'm Indian and I'm from Rajasthan. Your video is outstanding. Thank you, Dayaram. And happy Monday, the same to you, Katya. Great to see you. Oracle, I think, is the answer. Happy Monday, my teacher. So, Oracle's not the right one. Blue Bolt. it's best not to discover it. Nobody cares to see it, the truth. Then it won't be a blue bolt after all. No, because this is, I'm playing to the phrase a bolt from the blue. Yeah, the phrase a blue bolt doesn't exist. The news came as a bolt from the blue. That would be okay, but definitely it won't be blue bolt. And Sri Chandler, hi Sri. Both the warring countries agreed to halt the war and arrived at the negotiating table. Good English. They signed a peace treaty, shook hands, and beamed before the waiting press. But alas, oh I love that alas, even before the ink dried, great writing, the stronger country perfidiously transgressed the treaty and continued the war. Very good English, Sri, well done. And Aditi. Ha! So, this one you haven't got right, Aditi. The discovery of the truth was a real blue bolt for me. No, I wouldn't say a blue bolt. It was a bolt from the blue. Ha! No, it's a different word. And VG says, thanks for the heart, sir. Well, that deserves another one. Sir, please could you tell me the difference between skin and peel? To skin a fruit. To peel a fruit. I don't think I would use the word skin talking about fruit. I think I would skin an animal. You skin a rabbit to take the skin off, whereas I would use peel for a potato. Maybe the Americans used to skin, but I'm not very happy with it. No, to peel. So if VG started 36 seconds ago, I bet there's some more from him. And let's see how he's going. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon, but we have to do Roland's first. Notwithstanding his senior professor's advice to call the spade as a spade. So we just use the idiom to call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. That's how we use it. The novice doctor decided to share the latest outcome of the blood test with his patient in circumlocution, in circumlocutory terms. He did not want to shock his patient. Yeah. In a circumlocutory way. Yeah. Using circumlocution. Okay, but everything else is fine, Roland. Let's just refresh one more time. Give VG a chance, and maybe Roland's got another one as well, and then I think it's probably time for me to finish. What's the difference between good, fine, okay, well, when talking about health? So I don't like the word good. I'm good, but I hear lots and lots of people use it. Even Lizzie uses this. How are you today? I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm well. Let's see. I don't think there's any difference in the meaning. However, you need to listen to the delivery. I'm good. I'm well. I'm okay. Oh, I'm really okay. I'm well. I'm well. And that makes definitely makes the difference. So enough. Take care, all of you, and I'll see you all soon.